Yes, people, we're back again on the channel. We're doing the Ipswich preview this time around. We go again in the Premier League. It's another massive game, and a game where Liverpool have to win. You know, we're at the business end of the season now. These games have to be 3 points. No draws, no losses, because yes, all being Arsenal are in a bit mixed bag form. We have to be doing our job, and I want to continue that at Ipswich at home. Ipswich, we played them on the first day of the season, which was a 2-0 win, and hopefully we'll aim for the same again. So in today's preview, we're going to be discussing the game, a little bit about the team form, my lineup prediction, slots press conference, and a couple of injuries that have been occurring. So let's get straight into it. As for Liverpool, we're in a decent bit of form again now. Obviously, we went through that 2-game spell. Everyone thought, oh my God, we're falling off a cliff, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, we lost to Tottenham and we lost, it was a 2-2 draw against Manchester United, and everyone's wheels was just falling off. People were panicking. Oh my God, this is where we bottle it. And I was just like, stay calm, relax. And ever since then, we've been getting better and better and getting back into our old soul forms. Obviously, beating Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup, 1-1 against Forest at the City Ground. To be honest, looking back in hindsight, that was a good result. That was against a good side that have only lost twice at home all season. And like I said, their goalkeeper had an unbelievable day, probably one of the best performances of his career in the Premier League, Matt Sells for Nottingham Forest. And there's no shame in that. Do you know, we was the better team. We just couldn't take our chances. And on another day, we take those chances. But as we moved on, Brentford was a similar game. Again, we couldn't just take our chances, but we managed to learn from our mistakes against Forest, and we ended up taking 2 and winning 2-0 late. And I think that's just a monumental boost, because I've been saying all season, yes, we've had some comfortable, good results, but I've actually wanted a last-minute winner. Reason because I want to test this team's desire and mentality to get over the line and their will to win a game. Because yes, it's nice winning 2-3-0 every week. Yeah, it's calm, it's relaxed, feet up, blah blah. But when you win a last-minute winner, that's when you're either going to be champions or not. We've seen with Manchester City over the years, how many last-minute wins do they get? Because of their will to win. And then obviously that will to win will transform into better results, better performances, and all in hand, it'll give you a Premier League title. And then obviously after that, we played Lille in the Champions League. Again, sort of a dead rubber game, but look, we're through in the Champions League. Obviously now we've got a record to go for, obviously against PSV next week. Hey, we win that, it's 18-8, so in the Champions League. Obviously, this is the new format, so no one's ever done that before. So I kind of actually really want to win that game now because of the record, and probably FSG will want to win that anyway because you get 2 million for it if you win the game. So yeah, we know what our owners are like. I mean, as for the opposition in Ipswich, you know, they're in a decent bit of form, to be fair, in the last 5. Beating Chelsea, a side at the current time, a lot of people thought they could challenge for the Premier League. Really good result, 2-0. And then obviously Fulham after that. Fulham away isn't easy. We've seen teams go there and drop points. 2-2, you probably take that if you're an Ipswich fan. And then obviously beating Bristol Rovers in the FA Cup, you're through in the next round. And then also the last 2 games they have lost to Brighton. Then obviously they did get a massive thumping by Manchester City. But I think that is to be expected, you know. I said it for a time. I think even though Man City are crap, I think at some point a team is going to get an absolute battering, and unfortunately Ipswich did. Hopefully we can do the same. Hopefully they know no shock. They'll probably will bounce back against us. I won't be shocked. But let's hope for not. Before we get into the press conference, obviously what Arne Slot has said in his press conference, we're just going to read through a couple of key insights coming into the game. Liverpool have scored 9 in their last 5. Mohamed Salah is the top goal scorer still in the Premier League. Mohamed Salah is ranked third in big chances created in the Premier League in 17. I thought it would be higher up than that, to be honest. I think hasn't he got the most assists as well? It's quite mad that. Ipswich have scored 7 in their last 5, haven't scored in the last 2, and Leif Davis has created the most big chances for Ipswich in 10 chances. Before we get into that, let's get straight into Arne Slot's roundup from his press conference that he did this morning. Obviously, we'll speak a bit about the couple key insights of that. So, a bit of the breaking news that I did see pop out: Arne Slot has confirmed Curtis Jones has been injured. So let's actually get a read up to that. So the Reds midfielder was substituted at halftime during the 2-1 victory over Lille in the Champions League, having picked up a knock in that first half, which saw him unable to continue. After undergoing assessment, head coach Arne Slot has revealed Curtis Jones will sit out on Saturday's 3 p.m. kickoff versus Ipswich at Anfield. The boss has told his pre-match press conference he went out during halftime, so that's most likely not a good sign, and it wasn't because he will not be available for tomorrow's game. The rest we have to wait and see how long it's going to take. I'm not expecting months, but let's see if he's available for PSV or Bournemouth. Obviously, he did pick up an injury against Lille, which is unfortunate because Curtis Jones has been quality this season when he's having to play in the 10 role and play in the 8 role when needed to be. Obviously, it's not nice, but lucky enough, we are still well equipped there. Like, it's just so annoying because we've been getting our players back from injury, and then now we've now picked up another injury. We just can't catch a break. I mean, I suppose that's just kind of how it goes, I suppose. But it is what it is, and obviously we just hope he's not going to be out for too long. As for some more key insights of his press conference, he did speak about Harvey Elliott, and I think this one could be interesting on what Harvey Elliott need to do to get more starts. Keep bringing performances in like he did and keep working as hard on the training ground as he's doing as well. I always say to the players, it's not only about you, it's also about the competition you're in. And in his situations, he's in competition with 5 good midfielders that you know that are a few youngsters coming through that are very talented as well, but they are not close to playing time yet. But in his competition with Wataru Aranda, with Ryan Gravenberch, with Curtis Jones, with Alexis McAllister, and himself. So these are midfielders we have at the moment. He has to bring performances like he does, and then playing time will probably increase. To be honest, I don't know what Harvey Elliott has to do. I think, me personally, obviously, out of the 3 players that will most likely play in the 10 role when playing Liverpool is obviously Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai, and Harvey Elliott. I actually think Harvey Elliott is the better all-round 10 in terms of what a 10 is supposed to do, create chances and get goals and assists, because he has shown that under Klopp and he's shown that a bit under Arne Slot as well. But I just don't. The thing is with Harvey, I just don't think in terms of when his press as good as Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai? No. Is his engine as good as Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai? No. Harvey can sometimes. I think one thing with Harvey as well, he's very good at keeping the ball. Like, I'm surprised he doesn't get more starts even in other positions, because I think one of his key qualities is to be able to keep the ball, rotate the ball, release the ball quickly, and that's what you got to be able to do under Arne Slot's system. So I am surprised he hasn't got more starts. I mean, look, hopefully his playing time will increase. Obviously, he did the celebration when scoring against Lille, saying blah blah, like tapping the badge, knee sliding, saying this is my club. He wants to fight for his space. So we know Harvey Elliott's got the mentality and the mindset to try and push into a position, because obviously we only got injured a couple of years ago against Leeds. Young lad, 18, 19 years old, to pick up basically a nearly 6-7 months injury can be quite damaging. And he came back in and he just thrived. So we know he's got the mindset, the mentality. I just hope he can transform that into try and get more playing game time under Arne Slot. So obviously this isn't Jurgen Klopp. If this was Jurgen Klopp, I think he starts every week, like he was doing before. He then spoke about Ibrahim Konate. Obviously, Ibrahim Konate has come out and said that he has been playing through an injury. Obviously, he did rush back his injury, and hence why he didn't play against Lyon in midweek, which we don't need to play him. It was, I think Liverpool already qualified, so there's no need to risk a player that's come out and said, like, I am coming back through an injury. Do you know what I mean? So he obviously did speak a bit about him here. So obviously saying, like, so defensively there's a lot he could and can improve, but bringing the ball out from the back, which is not his single job, it's also his teammates he needs for what that was something we have to work on a lot, keep working a lot on, not only with him but with others as well, because from all the ball possession we have, we could like to create even more chances than what we are doing now, and that starts from bringing the ball out from centre back. Konate, I think, genuinely, before his injury, was it against Real Madrid when Endrick was just a cunt. Him and Virgil van Dijk was the best centre back partnership in the Premier League at this current season, and Konate put in a really good improved performance against Brentford. I thought he was arguably a man of the match. I thought he was brilliant against Brentford, and I think that's one of his qualities, to be able to bring the ball out. We've seen in similar systems before, that's what Matip was really good at, bringing the ball out, releasing it, pinging it. And Konate starting to really improve on that. I think Konate plays one of the hardest jobs in a slot system. When Trent's got loads of acres of space and he's going forward and there's space in behind, Konate is not only having to cover centre back and right back, he's covering one of the hardest roles on the pitch. And people need to give him more credit for, and he's still learning. He's still young. I think he's only 24, Konate. He's not going to hit his peak for another 2-3 more years yet. Absolute boss centre back. Some more things that he did speak about on whether his rotation at left back is down to managing work overload or because Kostas Tsimikas has improved this season. I think both. If Costas was on a complete different level with Dan Robertson, then it would not be as smart to rotate in that position or manage the load, because then you drop so far in quality that it could risk. I don't know what Costa's situation was last season. I know he didn't play a lot, but I don't know where he was at which level. But from the moment I came in and touched in the United States, he did really well. He's proved that he can play in the left back position as well. Since we've now got two good options, in my opinion, you indeed see what managing loads and rotation in that position quite a bit. Yes, that's true. Tsimikas for me is the better left back in a slot system. Robertson for me is a better left back, but in a slot system where you need legs and you need energetic, you need an engine, and that's one thing that they're Robertson's qualities. Because if you take away that from Robertson, he's not an actual all-round quality left back. He heavily relies on pace, power, his engine, his like natural athletic body that he has. When that starts to go with age and injuries that Robertson's been picking up, his faults and his flaws are going to be seen very easily. And I think Costas actually does have natural qualities in his game, rather than take around. If what Robertson has, if you put what Robertson has into Costas and then take it out, Costas still has quality, in my opinion. Hence why I think overall he suits the system better to Andy Robertson. Doesn't mean he's a better left back overall than Robertson. Robertson in his prime, Tsimikas is nowhere near. So yeah, I mean, look, they're the key insights from his press conference. We're gonna get into my team build. I think let's get into that. Who do I think will probably start the game? It's gonna be an interesting one. This. Let's change the formation. Where's 4-2-3-1? There we go. So in goal, Alisson Becker. I thought he's been putting an improved performance of late. A lot of people were saying, put Kelleher back in. Why did we rush Alisson back? Blah, blah, blah. We saw last week against Brentford why he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. No debate. Alisson starts for me. At right back will be Trent Alexander-Arnold. Obviously, he didn't start on against Lille. Came on with like 5-ish minutes to go. He's going to start today. To partner him in the back line, we've just been speaking about Ibrahim Konate, and obviously next to him is going to be Virgil van Dijk. I think one thing about Virgil van Dijk, and a lot of people criticize, does he have proper captain material? He does, man. He's shown that over the past 3-4 games how much he cares and lives and dies by this football club, and his captaincy role is proper shining through, man. Honestly, I know Trent wants to be the captain when he's older, but right now, Virgil van Dijk's the captain. At left back, I think it will be Tsimikas again. Even though I've just been speaking about Robertson and stuff like that, I do think it will be Tsimikas again. In the double pivot role, to be honest with you, I wanted Gravenberch to probably get a rest when he can, but unfortunately, no, he can't because he decided to start him against Lille. That's up to Arna, but man, we need to find a couple of games now where we actually need to give Gravenberch a rest because I don't want to burn him out. And I think even though, yes, he's been quality all season, I don't want to risk of injury. For me, out of Mohamed Salah and probably Virgil van Dijk, I think him and Virgil van Dijk and Salah have been the top 3 players for Liverpool this season. So it's important that we need to rotate him. On the left, I think we see Luis Diaz off the left. I want to see Lucho go back to the left of, for being honest with you. Like, he can do a job in the 9 role, but when it's not working, it's not working. He had a couple of chances last week in the 9 role. His touches at times let him down. But I want to see him go back to the left because we know he can beat a man. And I think at times, the way that Ipswich play very open and expansive football, I think Lucho Diaz can definitely capitalise on that. If you look at the goals we actually scored against them on the first day of the season, very similar. And obviously Lucho was starting in that game, so I want to see him start off the left instead of down the middle. On the right, Mohamed Salah. Easy for me. A lot of people complaining, oh no, Salah's not scored in ages. Oh, then he shuts him up with a lovely goal against Lille midweek, and I think he's going to bag again this weekend. Obviously, we'll reveal my score prediction later. But the amount of people that went ballistic, oh my God, Salah's fallen off a cliff. Oh, the Christmas curse. My God, he's not scored for 2 games. Shut up. Next question. In the middle, I think it's going to be Szoboszlai. I think Szoboszlai, man, has had an underrated season. I really do. I think at the start, it really wasn't clicking and working for him. But genuinely, I would say from the start of December, maybe back end of November, when he scored against Southampton away in the 3-2 win, since then, he's been brilliant, man. How he didn't get a goal last week, I don't know. I mean, he almost scored probably near enough goal of the season when he goes off a crossbar. But yeah, hopefully he has another good game. Up front, I think we see Cody Gakpo up front. I want to see somewhat of a natural finisher up front instead of Luis Diaz, in my opinion. So that is the team I've gone for. I've gone with Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Konate, Van Dijk, Tsimikas, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Szoboszlai, Diaz, and Gakpo. And yeah, before we reveal the score prediction? Solid. Going for a 3-0 Liverpool win. I want to see an improved performance, keep improving. I want to see us, again, keep another clean sheet, which would be nice. When we kept a clean sheet last week, it was actually like, oh my God, we've actually kept a clean sheet in the league because it's actually been a bit of a while since we actually did that. So hopefully we keep a clean sheet again. Give a 3-0 win to the Reds. What does Footmob actually have as down as the predicted lineup? They actually have the same team predicted, but they have Diaz going down the middle instead of Gakpo. Oh, and they actually have Robertson predicted. Interesting. So obviously, we also he didn't speak about Joe Gomez's injury. I mean, we already kind of know that he's going to be back at some point, probably next month. And then we also don't know what's happening with Diego Jota. I think he's probably going to be out for another week or two. Yeah, I mean, look, tomorrow's game, we've just got to get our job done. You know, players like Liam Delap, yes, they're going to cause problems, but we have to get our job done, man. It's 3 most important points. And I think what's going to be interesting tomorrow, if you actually look at the Premier League fixtures, Nottingham Forest will be playing Bournemouth at 3 o'clock. Liverpool are playing at 3 o'clock. And Arsenal are playing at 3 o'clock. The top 3 teams right now going for the Premier League title, all playing at the same time. So we can't be thinking, oh yeah, forget what's going on in the other 2 games, get our win, and then worry about the other 2. There's some actually real good games on this weekend. We'll probably whiz through predictions on that. But look, if we win, we'll go to 53 points. Hopefully, Wolves can do something. The dream tomorrow, we win, and either Forest or Arsenal drop points. I'll tell you what, Forest away to Bournemouth is going to be a tricky one. You know, I'm not even going to lie. Like, what's their home record, Bournemouth, this season? They've only lost twice. What's Forest's record? They've got the second best record in the league. That game could be if I wasn't watching Liverpool, I'll probably watch that game. I think that game could be an absolute banger, to be honest with you. Bournemouth going for the European places. Forest are the in the Tower Race Champions League and all that. So Liverpool just need to get the 3 points. No excuses. We'll be doing a live stream for that tomorrow. Kickoff live about an hour before kickoff. And yeah, look, and then obviously we'll have the match reaction out after. Obviously, we'll keep up to date with Wolves. And Wolves, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Forest, and also tomorrow you've also got Chelsea, Man City in the evening. That could be a banger. What we've got Sunday: Palace, Brentford, Tottenham, Leicester, Villa, West Ham, Fulham, Man U. Oh, I can't lie, Sunday's looking a bit of an L. But as it stands, I'll tell you what, Salah's only 2 goals away and 7 assists from breaking that Henry record with 17 games to go. I reckon, quickly, I think Salah will finish on 17 games to go. I think some games you'll probably bag like 2. I think Salah's getting 30 goals, and I think he's getting 25 assists. Man, if he gets 30 goals and like around 25 assists, absolutely crazy. And he could be winning this would be his 3rd player of the year in the Premier League in 8 seasons. It's not bad for a 1 season wonder, as people say. So, look, I'm actually nervous more thinking about it, but just got to get our job done. And obviously after that, real quickly, our fixtures after Ipswich, we do play PSV, then it's Bournemouth away for us. So look, I think for me, full strength, win against Ipswich, PSV heavily rotate, Bournemouth full strength, and then we've got again a couple of days until we play Tottenham, full strength, and obviously we've got Argyle. I like to see a heavily rotated team, and then because obviously 3 days later we have got the derby, which is the game in hand game. So the next 3 big Premier League games are absolutely massive, and I think that's going to be a real big indication of which teams could fall out of the title race. Or yeah, again, look, we've still got to win our games, but if we can win those next 3 games, Ipswich at home, Bournemouth away, tough away ground, and obviously Everton's going to be the last derby at Goodison Park. Say what you like about Everton, dog shit, pigeon shit, whatever. It's a derby at Goodison Park, man. We don't have a real great record there. And I believe also in that game, whoever wins in the derby in that game actually will end up having the most wins at Goodison Park. So I believe Everton and Liverpool are both on level wins at Goodison Park. So it is big proper bragging rights in that. And obviously after that you got Wolves and Man City, but we're not looking too far ahead in that. For me, it's about Ipswich, Bournemouth, Tottenham and Everton right now for me. The Champions League game, that will take us is placed. And obviously, the draw is next week, next Friday. Can't wait for that. And obviously, we've got Argyle in the FA Cup. I mean, the Pie Face Derby, what we're saying anyway. Obviously, they are the fixtures there. But make sure, smash the like, people. Take care. Have a good weekend. And tune in tomorrow for the live stream. Up the Reds. And I think we're going to win 3-0.